For the past few weeks, I've been watching the new Daredevil series on Disney+. So, needless to say, I've found a theme for this week. As I started digging through my collection for books to show off, nostalgia really started kicking in, and I wanted to show off this cover in particular. I originally saw this poster in my local comic book shop when I was younger, and I simply loved how this looked. The starkness in the art, and Daredevil falling off the building, and him being so minuscule on the actual poster, based on the contrast. It just pulled me into it and really enjoyed it. When I got back into collecting comic books, I found this copy of this book fairly quickly, and more importantly, I found out that there was a second printing, and it goes without saying that I picked that version up as well. So now let's dig into my collection for Daredevil characters. The first book right out the gate is Daredevil 183. It's the first battle between Daredevil and the Punisher. I picked this book up from an Instagram live sale late last year. It's a little worn and it obviously has some love to it, but it's got still great colors, and I'm just happy to have a copy. My next book is Daredevil 131, the first appearance of Bullseye. I picked this up at Twin Cities Con last November, and it's a very solid mid-grade copy, and I was just excited to find it locally and at a price that I wanted to pay. Now we start getting into the territory of big key books. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 50, the first appearance of Kingpin, being played awesomely by the Vincent D'Onofrio in the TV series. This book was included in a larger collection that consisted of Amazing Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and some war books. The collection came into my local comic shop, and the owner had asked me to stop in and take a look at it before he bought it, and I was ecstatic to see it. This collection was singly owned, and he had bought all of the books off the rack as a kid and had been storing them in a big plastic tote for years, unbagged and unboarded. This collection pickup, I think, is going to be a future episode, so stay tuned. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man 129, graded at a CGC 6.0, the first appearance of the Punisher. I picked this up 3 years ago from the awesome duo of Tony and Sammy at Skeleton Key Comics on Instagram. This was a huge pickup for me at the time and a great addition to my collection. The last book I have to show is Daredevil, number 1, graded at a CGC 3.0. This is the first appearance of Daredevil, Foggy Nelson, and Karen Page. I picked this book up at Twin Cities Con from Granite City Comics out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. I had been softly negotiating with the owner on a price for this book for a few months and was happy to pull the trigger before the end of 2024. Now, my question to you: what is your favorite Daredevil book? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and making it this far through the video. I make new content every Wednesday, and there's more to come.